Hey everybody, so with all the messages and the requests for a quick DIY tutorial, I thought I'd go ahead and do that. So I've already made mine too, so I'm just going to do a quick demo using a smaller scale, just to give you an idea. So if you can picture my lovely pan here as the tire, you will have a piece of fabric that goes, you'll probably get it cut as a square. I went ahead and cut it as a circle when I got it at home, and essentially you want to make the fabric a little bit bigger than the actual tire itself. The tire should be smaller than the fabric for obvious reasons. So once you have that done, you can go ahead and go around your fabric and cut these little ties, these little strips. The key thing with this is making sure that you don't cut too close to the tire. The reason being is when you fold it up and you tie it later, you don't want gaps where you're going to see parts of the tire. Like for instance here, you can see that all my ties when I'm done are extremely close together and you can't see the tire itself, which makes it look much fuller and much nicer. So once you've cut out your ties, I'm just going to flip this over. I'm just going to put this down for 1 second. And then you're going to drape it over your tire. Now I've already gone ahead and cut a little circle, like a little area, maybe about that big. And then I went ahead and did the same thing at the top. So I cut like little strips so you can see them. Doesn't matter if they're pointy, doesn't matter if they're square, because these are just going to reach in and they're going to be tied with the second piece of fabric. So essentially you are making two pieces of fabric with ties, and one will be draped over the bottom of the tire and one will be draped over the top. So if we went over here to look at mine again, this was the top piece, and then I went ahead and they're actually quite heavy. I'd use a different color on the bottom. So you can see, and my blanket underneath is getting all caught, where I made my circle in the middle. And then I just reached in and I tied the top to the bottom all the way around. The trick is to make sure that you give yourself enough pull to have it draped in the middle. Don't make it like super tight, because you want to have enough play to be able to pull the fabric through. So for instance, my ghetto video here, when I draped it over my tire, I have a little bit of pull in here so that when I actually drape it, it pulls and then you don't get gaps in the middle of your tire. So I hope this helps you. It really didn't take me that long. The best part is you don't really have to measure anything. It's just put the tire in the middle of your fabric and cut around it. And then I added a pillow for the middle. And that's it. There are ways that you can add a flat part to the top to make it more of a storage ottoman, but for now, this is what it's going to be. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. It's basically cut two pieces of fabric around your tire, slots or ties, tie them together, and you're on your way. Remember, don't cut too short. You can always cut your fabric if it's a bit longer later. Thanks. Bye.